This is Mellissa Thomas with Florida National News, coming to you live from Raymond James Stadium, where we are wrapping up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Miami Dolphins matchup. And wow, the Bucs showed up and showed out today. You guys heard us talking with the fans earlier if you were tuned in to our Florida National News Facebook page or our YouTube channel. And, we were talking about the fact that the earlier games in the season were very close games. And of course, the Bucs had the one loss on the season, but today was a definitive win. This one had a much wider gap in terms of dominance. They won 45-17 against the Miami Dolphins. So huge congrats to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And as Tom Brady mentioned during the postgame press conference, he made a point to spread the wealth around in terms of his wide receivers. He shot to Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns of his own. Antonio Brown was clutch today. Tom Brady really made sure to give Antonio Brown as many opportunities as possible. And Antonio clocked in 2 touchdowns of his own today. Very, very dominant and explosive plays. And in terms of, the defense, things are continuing to build on the Tampa Bay side because they're grappling with a lot of injuries on the defensive side. And actually today they lost another one, Lavonte David, who's a big defensive leader. Unfortunately, he is now down with an ankle injury. He was out for the remainder of the game after he went down. And, to that end, there were actually 2 injuries at the same time. Lavonte David went down for the Bucs. And right in that same period of time for the Dolphins, Shaheem went down as well. So both teams lost someone due to injuries. But, guys, today's game was quite an electric game. Congratulations to Antonio Brown, who made history. He was the fastest player to make it to 900 receptions. So huge congrats to him on that. And as he told us during the post-game press conference, it's all about getting the win, and it's all about focusing on moving forward, continuing to improve himself, set goals for himself, and continuing to move forward. He mentioned several folks that are key positive influences in his life, including Tom Brady, and he also mentioned Tony Robbins. He didn't go into detail in terms of the specific things that he works on with Tony Robbins, but he does get coaching. So he mentioned he uses these 2 bedrocks to lead him forward. Head coach Arians mentioned the fact that they can't focus too much on today's win. They have a Thursday game, so these guys are having to recover quickly and get their focus on, get their rest on for Thursday's game. Their next game here is against the Cincinnati Bengals on the 24th, so we'll be here to provide coverage for you guys on that. But yeah, Tom Brady during the post-game press conference, he talked about the importance of passing those opportunities around to each of the different players. And when Antonio Brown was actually asked about the fact that he's considered possibly the third weapon in Tom Brady's arsenal in terms of who to pass to, one of the things that Antonio Brown said was he didn't mind, all of the offensive guys are unselfish. That was the specific word he used, and he said it's a great thing. He used that as a positive for the team. And they're all on the same page. They're all concerned about just getting the win. Now, speaking of offense, we want to talk about Giovanni Bernard. He made that first score play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers very early in the game in the first quarter. Tom found him and he got that touchdown. The crowd here exploded. So they got the ball rolling. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins, for their part, they were able to score first. They got a field goal first thing early in the first quarter. So that touchdown pass to Giovanni Bernard was Brady's answer to that. So congratulations to the Buccaneers for a much wider scoring margin this game compared to the rest of the season, and especially coming off of the game against the New England Patriots. When it came down to the one kick, it's always a bit nerve-wracking when it comes down that close. But huge congrats to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stay tuned here at FloridaNationalNews.com as we continue our FNN sports coverage. This is Mellissa Thomas coming to you from Raymond James Stadium. We'll keep the NFL coverage going. Make sure you